We'll wait for your family just done. Yeah. All right, thank you so much for all your beautiful work.
Maybe you guys can just get more to the edge, yeah, so we have really like.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. So if we could just go down the line, and I'll start on this side and come back towards me. Your name, your film, and your favorite moment that you filmed and why.
From this film?
Yeah, from the project you did.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm Sasha Lumic. I made the Hunter Logan film, and well, the best moment for me was when, because we didn't want to use any equipment like guns and things like that, because everybody from the set were petrified. So our DP was like, oh, I can just do it with lights. So our gun was from sponge, so it doesn't look like that, but he did amazing job. So I think that after that, I was like, wow, this looks beautiful. I definitely the most favorite part.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, first shout out, I recognize some of the actors out here, right? Yeah, filmmakers, students, NY, yeah, okay. I'm John Schweig. I made the dance film, Painstaking. And favorite moments probably were Sadie McKinnon, the dancer who plays, child, adolescent, young adult. We just went back and forth by email a couple of times. This whole thing was filmed in like 3/4 of a day in a public access cable TV studio. And I just said, hey, Sadie, what do you got in your wardrobe? And can you do your hair up 3 different ways? And can you, change your makeup, per age? And favorite moment is probably her, like sitting cross-legged on the floor right outside the studio with a little, 6-inch tilt magnifying mirror, doing her own makeup and hair and everything. She just made it happen.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Sup? My name is Abigail Espinal. I directed, wrote, and was in the movie Queer Study. My favorite moment was probably the other actress. Her name is Brooke. She's a very dear friend of mine. Every time that she had to hit me, because that was, I don't know if my DP just kept messing up on purpose so that I would get hit over and over again, but it was 17 takes. And my mother was the boom op because this was a school project. It wasn't an actual film that we were making. It was filmed in like an hour. My mom was the boom op, and she said that it was her least favorite part. She didn't like seeing me get hit over and over again. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, my name is Nagar Sufi. I think my favorite part, it may sound like down, but my favorite part was when I had to handwrite every single frame over and over and over. I loved it because it's like after a while you don't think about it, it's kind of like therapeutic. But I did the critic 2 times because the first time that I did it, which was a stop motion, I wrote one of my dear friend's name wrong 700 times.
Oh no.
That was fun.
Oh, wow.
My name is Jordan Newman. I made Swamp, the last film that we watched. And I shot this my junior year of college, so my whole cast and crew were just like some of my best friends. So despite the sort of like mellow, monotone nature of the movie, we were having so much fun. Like it was very loud behind the scenes. And so I think one of my favorite memories is my gaffer. His name is JR. And I don't know if you guys noticed it, but the whole hallway, he lit green. Just like neon green. And it was just really funny. And it sort of works well because he just wanted to add his little creative input, and he also walked behind a tank with the boom pole once. And it was hilarious, like it was not malicious at all, and we just turned it into a joke. So we had a lot of fun, despite it being a little somber.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Francisco. I had 2 films. The first film was Happy Trans Girl Like Me, and the question was about what was
your
most
favorite moment,
and why. I think my favorite moment was going down Christopher Street on the float, the Episcopal Church float, and having hundreds of people waving at us on the floats. And I just felt really like validated that way. And that was like probably my most fun thing happened. And me being, and this was about maybe 9 years ago, me being very happy about it. That was on that film. And then there's the second film.
I was in the first film, Happy Trans Girl. And we wrote this song, and then she wrote it mainly, but I added to it. This is my parent. I'm the daughter of Francisco. And so the song came to life as we performed it everywhere. She was starting to, as she came out as trans, use performing as a way to be happier, as a way to come out with it. So she performed everywhere, and then I started performing sometimes with her, and we wrote that song. She wrote the song, and then I added to it, and we performed it well together, and people kind of know us as that song. Where we go places, we sometimes do that song, and we performed it a lot of different places, and we put all those clips together, and that's our duet.
Right. Was that your favorite fun part of the film?
What?
Was us performing it together so many places?
Yes, but I wasn't. I think I was actually. Wait, I was on that float too. I was on that float with you.
No.
Yeah, I was. I was on the float too. I was. You didn't film me on a float that day, but I was there.
My favorite part is that we both could still argue with each other. Even being trans, I think our arguments are even better.
I was there on the float, but I wasn't next to you on that part. I was there on the float.
Oh, you were?
I was. It was my church that was part of the. There was a section for the Principal Actors Guild in the Pride Parade, and I went on the float. You were on the float. We were on together, but you were not filming me at that point. But you were on there.
Oh, okay.
Another part of it.
Okay.
But that was her
Alright.
favorite part.
And-
My favorite part is just the song in general. Just performing that song in general. It's a fun reggae beat, and it
All
just
right.
makes everyone.
And then there was a second film, I'm not sure, I'm
No, it's
not
fine.
meaning to cut you off, with Regina. So it's my daughter, Kelly Cisco. Give Kelly a hand, please.
Yay, Kelly. Woo.
And my good friend Regina Elizabeth King. And Regina and I had been performing several places, like at bridal expos together and stuff like that. And she's a great, you heard her sing that parody of La Vie en Rose. And my favorite part of that film was doing it with her and Regina being accepted in this lily white Bronxville Women's Club. And while she was seeking asylum to be in this country as a black trans woman. So I think that was like felt really good.
I think you're right. I was on the float on different occasions.
Oui.
You were right. But I was still on the float at one point in my life.
JD,
I was with
let's
the
get more
bishop at one point in my
Too
life.
much time, we gotta wrap.
Yeah, let's get more
But
questions
anyway.
for the
Anyway, yeah, I
filmmakers.
remember being on there.
Yeah, well, would you just
Well, I'm Regina. Everyone knows that by now. But it's always a pleasure for me to perform with Fran. I met Fran like about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And she heard my voice and she asked me to sing the song The Greatest Love of All, which has become an anthem for me, being a trans woman coming from the Caribbean, seeking asylum here in America because of how I was treated back there because of who I am. And we just happened to meet at the LGBTQ center, and then she invited me for dinner after the group. And then I sang the song for her, and then she just adopted me ever since. So it was always
Yeah.
a great pleasure to be involved with Fran and doing the song, being a trans girl, which is also an anthem. And that's why I'm here. So thank you so much for coming out and supporting the film.
Cool. I'm just gonna open it up to questions from the
Yes,
filmmakers.
the filmmakers.
I'm not sure who it's for. Which one was it said, like, maybe New York Film Academy or something at the end?
Good one from Montclair. Thank you. I like that. I worked
There's
there.
a New York something.
Oh, is that the only person who didn't make it?
Film Academy.
The New York Film Academy.
Yeah. NYC.
Great school.
Hope they're all here.
Swan?
So I guess the question was for that.
What was the
Sorry about
question?
that.
What was the
I was
question?
wondering which, I couldn't remember which film.
Okay.
had it. And then I was gonna follow up.
So we do another question?
You could do another question?
Come on, guys.
Come on,
We got
question.
5 minutes.
Sure. Worst moment of filming.
What?
Worst moment.
Worst moment of filming.
Worst moment of filming. No, I don't think there was any worst moment because I didn't originally know mine was gonna become a film. It was just us recording just for the fun of it and having fun doing it, and then it became a film after. So some of friends' films, we don't know they're gonna become films. We go through our life doing these things, and then the pieces become a film after. We use them in films later. We decide later, oh, we're gonna take what we did in our life and make it a film later. So we don't have any worst moment. I don't have a worst moment.
You don't have a worst moment. You have a worst moment? No.
Absolutely. Or best moment.
I don't really have a worst moment either, actually.
What's your
But,
best
you
moment?
know,
What's your best moment?
definitely running out of battery, you know, is always every place, tonight included. I'm surprised I don't have one plugged in here.
I think your phone's not good.
Yeah, so anyway.
So maybe your most challenging moment?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I always find it, I mean, this Swamp is a student film, so I always find it troubling sometimes to make student films sound good. And I think that sometimes, like, if sound is bad in a movie, you kind of immediately, like, are like, turn off a bit. And so, I think that the most challenging part was making sure that everything sounded good, and my sound recordist accidentally was turning up the volume on his headphones instead of on the recorder. But like, he was trying his best, and he did great, and him and one of my other friends who's in the movie like really helped me like recover it and like just turn it up when editing it. So that was challenging, but it was all in good spirits.
Yeah, we learned.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any new and exciting projects they're working on currently that are coming out?
I do.
Yeah, tell us.
Sure.
Currently I have a script in this festival. No one's really gonna see it, the script, but it's a fairy tale based on a painting. In college I had to write the film class said pick a painting and make a play about it. Some people didn't do as big a thing as I did. They wrote like a scene, I wrote a whole play. I did a whole play on a Marc Chagall painting. So the painting is I in the Village, and I made my own interpretation, and I made a fairy tale called The Mayor and the Unicorn. So it's actually in this festival. No one's gonna see it, but if they want it, I can email you the script and you could read it and, yeah.
Yeah, go.
My senior thesis film I shot in December, so I'm working on finishing it all up.
Yeah. Woo.
I actually just, the official release date is the 21st of June, but my next film is titled About Last Night. It's a short thriller, kind of dark comedy, and was just released recently. The Newark LGBTQ+ Film Festival funded my last short film called Wrinkled Color. So if you guys ever get a chance to see it at one of the many festivals it's at right now, great. Go do that. Terrible instructions, but yeah.
My wife and I are working on a short documentary, half an hour or so, called Patchwork. So mainly we make fiction. Patchwork is our first documentary, and it is a love letter to all of the artists whose lives are a patchwork of day job, side hustles, taking classes, teaching classes, rehearsals, performance, yoga, Pilates, acupuncture, whatever you need to keep going. That should be out, we hope, in the next couple of months.
Mine is also.
Oh, so sorry. No, I can finish up.
Mine is also. We're still shooting, but it's a 3-part portraits of artists in Iowa City, immigrants, artists in Iowa City, a dancer, a filmmaker, and a mixed media artist, of which we are still shooting the dance part, but yeah, it's mixed media.
Cool.
And I have a short film, 2 more short films, one of Happy Trans Girl Like Me, but just done as a music video that my daughter and I did together at different locations. And then there's another film called Finally Fun and Fame in LA that was done at the LA Fantasy Fest back in December with this
The Darwin and everyone,
Darwin
North
and
Film
everyone.
Festival in LA.
And then in Jersey City, I have 2 films showing at a festival.
And mine is, there's going to be a new short film that I'm making called First Time Standing Still. It's happening in Belgrade during the bombing. In one morning, you have 2 families. One family is leaving the city, the other family is going to the basement. And then during those 10 minutes, you're realizing the 2 husbands are together and they only have time to say goodbye to each other in elevator.
Whoa.
Wow.
Well, thank you. Big round of applause.
Yeah. Woo.